Moikka moi! It's Riikka Kovasin here with a really quick card video this time. The inspiration for this card came actually from a product packaging. We visited Vellamo, it's a seafaring museum here in Finland, and we got some licorice there, and I really liked the vintage photo in the packaging and wanted to use that in a craft. So I turned it into a card. Because the picture itself was a little bit bigger, so I thought to make a little bit bigger card to give it more background and a full strength. As the shape in the picture, or the picture itself, was vintage, so I opted out for these grungy browns for the background. One is a printable from KateCrafs, which I'm then turning into these rectangles, and also adding some just note paper there. I'm mounting the pieces on top of cardstock, which I then added a layer of double-sided tape on top, or adhesive sheet, so I can then make this little collage out of the papers. I'm just first adding the paper pieces there and then trimming the cardstock I created a little bit smaller, fitting on top of my card. I also cut loose the product packaging or the photo from it. Next, I'm adding a little bit more mixed media to the background. I have this number stamp from Stampers Anonymous, and I'm using a rusty tone of distress ink to add some color to the page. So I'm just randomly stamping some numbers there. Then I use another ink, a browner tone vintage photo, to add a little bit of brown to the otherwise white notebook papers. And lastly, I add some black splashes, kind of thinking they were oil spills or something from the old machines. I then dry the page. I could have left it as it was, but I felt that I wanted a little bit more mixed media there. Just not good with stamping and splashes. So I pulled out these oil pastels and add a little bit of scribble here and there, just to kind of grunge it up in a way. I then mount the vintage photo on top using foam tape and add a couple of eyelets to the other corner to balance the composition out. I'm also inking the edges to get it this vintage or distressed look. The vintage photo seemed a little bare on its own, so I had this number tape from another video on my work table when I was filming this, so I added a couple of these pet tape numbers to the background, just to give it a little bit of oomph, kind of raising that boat photo there. Then also the boat was a little bit, well, floating in the air, so I made waves using old book paper. I'm just adding a foam tape piece to the bottom of the card and then adding this torn book page on top where I made this wave-like form. I then mount the centerpiece to the ready-made card base and add the sentiments from Holtz Snarky Chit Chat stickers. And then the card is done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this really quick video and maybe you find it inspiring to look packaging in another way. But I'll be seeing you within a week with another process video. Thanks again and see you. Bye.